Hey Army, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. You guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about what's happening with Pepe. And of course, what we could be expecting as we are starting off a brand new week. We're entering the last week of the month of August. Can you believe it, guys? We are already almost at the end of August, which is actually crazy to wrap my head around, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. The year of 2025 has gone by so fast, and I think, as we are coming to the end, we're going to see the fall, and then, December, my favorite month. October is also one of my favorite months of the year. I think it's going to go in a snap. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. What are your plans for the remainder of the year? But let's take a look at what's happened with Pepe. So it's down about 3.4%. Of course, on the weekly time frame, it's also down about 2.3%. I know a lot of people are, wondering, why is Pepe not going up? Why is Pepe not going up? And I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you guys as to what I think is going on. Even though Ethereum is, the chain that Pepe is developed on, yet you're still seeing Pepe consolidating within that range. And it just kind of sums up, what's really going on. What I personally think, in my opinion, is that you're not seeing as much retail interest coming into meme coins just as of now. Yes, there are a few Solana coins that are popping off right now, but Solana also, the native token itself is pumping. But as of now, I think in terms of interest for meme coins in general, it's kind of not at the level we want to see. But there are a few things that we need to be paying attention to that really gives us a better understanding of what we could be seeing in the upcoming near future. And again, if you like these Pepe updates, if you want to see daily Pepe updates, that's what I want you guys to know. If you want to see daily updates, smash that like button. Show me that you guys love these updates, and of course, in the comments, share your personal thoughts. Looking at the price, 1085, still 4 zeros in front of the price, down about 2.4% in Bitcoin and about 4% in Ethereum. Comparative valuation almost at 4.6 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume still holding around $1 billion almost, which is nice to see. We're in a weekend, but yet you're still seeing Pepe showing really interesting volume, and this is something that we're not obviously not used to. We've always seen that happening, and that shows you the overall interest Pepe really has in terms of a retail side of things. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So, Pepe holder count, 480,000 holders. So regardless of the price going up, regardless of the price going down, you see the holder count, generally speaking, it's just been in this upwards trend, and we are approaching almost 500,000 holders on chain. That is huge. Of course, this does not include holders that are holding on centralized exchanges. This is a big milestone. Pepe narrative, I think, people think, oh yeah, there's another coin going like this, yada, yada, yada. I think the narrative is stronger than ever. Pepe, the frog itself, something we haven't seen in the space, especially, when it comes to the meme coin space. It's something, refreshing, of course. And in terms of its overall market presence, it has held that position, at the top third spot. I always talk to you guys about how I will see, in my opinion, Pepe taking this top second spot. And I stick with that. I stick with that overall projection. Obviously, not financial advice. Only time is going to tell us my overall opinion. But so far, so good. Look at the 24-hour trading volume. $1 billion just behind Dogecoin, because of course Dogecoin is the biggest meme. But overall, another coin that comes close to Pepe in terms of just the volume itself, you have to keep going down. I can't see one because of course these are smaller cap coins, but you're looking at our good old friend Pepe really keeping up with this volume, which again is something we overlooked, but not on this channel. Let's take a look at what's happening with the price. So what could be that turning point right now is, of course, the rate cut. I think the rate cut will really bring in a lot of attention to the crypto markets and even the stock market, but even the meme coin market, because, of course, let's say, people are now saving some money, from the interest rate cut. And then, they're looking into an opportunity. Maybe they're looking to get into the riskier assets, like, crypto in general. Even Bitcoin, Ethereum is actually labeled as riskier investments. And then maybe they, if they have, depending on their risk factor, risk capabilities, maybe they want to get into meme coins. And I think that will be the triggering factor and the catalyst behind meme coins really seeing a major push. And what's another big catalyst is the dominance. With the way the dominance falling down right now is a complete thing of beauty here. We actually came down to 57.74%, guys. And I said this in my Cardano update. With the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if we go down to our December lows of last year. And that would be something. I think that would be insane for the overall market. If you're looking at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's actually seeing insane amount of volatility. We came down to $110,000 for the first time since July 10th, a major wick towards the downside. I think, clear manipulation. We're on a weekend again. Manipulation does tend to occur due to the fact the CME futures are closed, but we're seeing a lot of volatility recently for Bitcoin. But again, time and time out, I've been telling you guys, if we're below 115,000, these targets are open. We need to be aware that, these levels could be retested, and time out, it's showing that. But with that being said, let's take a look at, what's happening with Pepe. As of now, Pepe is still a project because yes, there are a few projects out there, specifically utility-based projects right now are actually outpacing memes, believe it or not. Utility projects like Cardano, we're looking at Ethereum, obviously we're looking at even HBAR, XLM. They're actually outpacing meme coins right now. And remember, there is times where you see that shift taking place. Right now, we're still seeing a Pepe holding really nicely above our key support line. I've talked to you guys about this a lot of times, but we have yet to go above our May levels. We have yet to do that. But I think with the way the dominance is going down right now, with the way how fast it's going, people are overlooking how fast things can turn around. If we see a rate cut happening, I'm projecting, Pepe could really, reclaim back above, the 2,000 level quite fast, in my opinion. Again, if you want to put that into perspective, that itself would be a move of about 100%. But believe it or not, look what happened last time. Look what happened last time. In November, we saw Pepe going in just a short span of time about 240%. 240%, like in literally a matter of weeks. But what happened to the dominance back then? Let me give you guys a reminder. Dominance was sitting at 61.56% in mid-November. Look at the way the dominance continued to pull, and of course the demand factor was there, and look how fast Pepe, along with a lot of coins, performed. And I am projecting something similar occurring. Obviously time is going to tell, and I'm obviously keeping the historic price patterns in play as well. But I want you guys to get one thing clear. Pepe does not have a use case, right? It's a meme coin. Learn from Dogecoin, learn from Shiba Inu, previous memes that have performed in the bull market, and of course, also understand what kind of impact it has had on those exact meme coins that I've just listed in a bear market. During the times where you see these parabolic price actions occurring, people tend to forget that this market is not just going to keep going up, especially meme coins that don't bring utility. You want to maximize your gains. Lock those profits in. Lock those profits in when you see those profits. I cannot stress this enough. Go in with an exit strategy. And, that's something very, very important to keep in mind. And if you're looking at the screen right now and, you're losing sleep that, money that you have invested is too much that you cannot afford to lose, then guess what? Your boy Crypto ZX will tell you, lock those profits in. If you don't, someone else will. Simple as that. It's not rocket science. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We'll see you later with Crypto ZX, and peace out.